everybody, it's Jen again, and I'm here today with episode 2 of my office, like declutter and overhaul. Are you ready to get into it, y'all? Are you ready? So this first episode, for the first bit of the video, it's just going to be the camera, and I'm going to put a voiceover in there, maybe some music, showing y'all kind of the mess that's in here. I went back there and I tried to find some really good footage where, like, from some of my vlogs that I was just kind of showing, and I think I'm actually talking about my collections and things, and oh my gosh, just to watch it now. I watched it real quick before I come over here to film, and I was just like, how did nothing not fall on our head and just kill somebody, to be honest? And it's just, oh, and then there's a part when I'm talking as I'm actually filming, and I just start having like a little mini meltdown because I'm talking about these candles that I just had to have from Walmart. And you know, when I was at the store, and I absolutely had to have them, and then I put them in this like storage box, and as I'm walking around the room, I actually see them, and I had totally forgot about them, and I had bought them and just put them in this box. And I'm kind of disgusted with myself because it's like, you had to have those, but you stuck them in a box, you never looked at them again, you know? So it's just kind of me finally getting irritated with all of the stuff that was in here. I had too much stuff and not enough room, and yeah. So let's get right into the video. I hope y'all enjoy. Let's go back to February of last year, and I'm going to go ahead and say I'm very under the weather, so I'm going to sound kind of congested, but we'll be okay. This is some of the first footage I found when I guess I decided I want to film this office transformation, or whatever you want to call it, because I had just been working and working and working on it. I started seeing a little bit of progress. This is still very early, though. Only thing I had done at this point was donate boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff to the senior center, to rummage sales for churches or people that were raising money, or friends of mine that were having yard sales, and Goodwill and all that. Because I mean, as you see, I have all my craft stuff in here. I had all my beauty stuff, like my nail polish. Some of y'all remember I was huge into nail polish at the time. When I had more time, I was just working a part-time job and then cleaning houses on the side at this point last year. So I had a much more flexible schedule to be able to do that than I do now with my current job. And I was just trying to fit everything in here, and I was so proud of my bins. I went to Dollar Tree and I spent, I mean, these add up at $1 a piece. I probably bought 30 of these bins. And I had just gone through after donating stuff, because that's how I started. I went through and I was like, oh, I can donate that, I can donate this. I just would randomly go through and pick stuff up, and I'd make myself do like a box a week had to go. You know, very informal system. I was just trying to get some sort of start in there. And I had got all my like items together, and I put them in all these bins, because my mental state at that time was, if I could organize it looking pretty, or put it in a bin to where it's kind of out of sight, out of mind, it's fine. And I wasn't thinking of the functional aspect as much at that time. And I was just so proud of these little bins, and I had cut those little chalk labels on them, and it was funny. This is still very early on. In the original audio, you'll see the camera kind of panning back and forth. I was kind of justifying all the things I was keeping, and I still had these, y'all might remember I used to have all these lofty plans of all these things I was going to do, and all these projects and everything, and it just wasn't realistic with the amount of free time that I had. It would even be less realistic now. Sometimes we just have to be honest with each other. And there's a big shelf of just glass. I used to keep like every glass jar I had. That I got it down to one shelf. I did have four shelves of nothing but glass. I used to have a bunch of wooden picture frames. I have a literal bin of cardboard pieces, because I had this thing, oh, I'm going to do all these glass jars, decorate them up, and ship them out. Never happened. And then you see some of my craft stuff there. But now we're actually going to go, and you'll see me kind of melt down a little bit a couple days later when I see some of my stuff. And that's another thing that goes with it too, y'all. Like, when I have all these products on my shelves, I feel bad wanting to try out new things because these are all new spring scents that come out, and these are only $3 a piece. So it's not, I'm not breaking the bank or nothing. You know, less than $20 for 5 candles, and I really love the scents, but because I have all this back stock, then I feel bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a cycle. But anyway, I was wondering where those were. That's pitiful. That tells me something. Like, I had to have them, and then it took me like 15 minutes to remember where I put them. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so it's just a frustrating thing. I'm just really mad at myself, pretty much. But anyway, it's a journey, right? It's a journey. Journey I need to go on for many years. But anyway, so I'm proud of myself because I have started prepping these shelves over here. I ordered some more nail racks from Amazon, and they're supposed to get here tomorrow or Tuesday. And I looked online, fingers crossed that they measured the dimensions correctly. But they should fit in this shelf, and I adjusted it and all that business. And I should have enough space in between to put this. And this has all my nail polish removers in it. And then I wanted to get another one of these, this acrylic one, so I could just have a shelf. And they don't sell that one anymore. It said item currently unavailable. So that kind of sucked. But what I'm going to repurpose this one for is to put my acrylic paint in once I move my nail polish over here. Which I'll talk more about that later. I figured out I just have to have a space allotted for things, and once that space is filled, I'm done. So, which this whole nail polish over here, that's a whole nother story. That's a whole book of stories. Oh, but anyway, so I love my nail polish. I just have way too much, but that's a whole nother thing. This little, look at that. There's garbage in my floor. Like, what the crap? Why is there garbage in my floor? That's embarrassing. But anyway, so this whole white thing down here, this I'm going to donate as well. Well, this one I'm not. This will be a craft paint. That's white. I can always use that, but yeah, that's a whole progress. All these in boxes, I have them separated. Those are ones I still have to swatch, and that may show up and swatch it out. Still a lot. So, yeah, I'll probably do another video about that. But the reason why I really need to go through my candles and stuff, I mean, this candle right here, see, look at this mess up here. Clutter everywhere. But this candle right here, I've been trying to burn on for 2 weeks. I am just not home very much. Like, long enough to burn candles at extended periods of time, you know, unless it's a 3-wick or a tiny candle. And so there's really no point in me having all this when someone else can enjoy it. Do you know what I mean? So, especially like big jars. I did give my niece a lot of my big 1-wick jars because she said she really likes them. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a journey, right? So, I'm going to get to it because I work opening shift in the morning, which means I got to get up about 4:30. I don't want to. Oh my goodness. So that was the first look at some of the craziness that was this office. Just brace yourselves because you will see every corner of it throughout this. And the sad part is this is actually after I had already been working on this office for 2 months. And I had been donating things like mad. I mean, it wasn't until this point that I really decided I wanted to film this, because I thought this would have really helped me to see something like this when I was starting on this, because I really want to show y'all in this series, I guess, a more real look. I hate using that term, but not just a like HGTV. Here's the before, here's the after, and it's like there was no work done. This was a process. I mean, I'm still in process of doing this. It's been months and months and months and months. You can't fix years of a problem in a weekend. And that's just something I really wanted to show in here. And I did want to make a note as well. I'm doing these videos as kind of I'm showing y'all what footage that I shot somewhat sporadically as we were redoing this office, because my job situation has just gone all over the place during that time, and I would have little mini meltdowns where I wouldn't want to film anymore, and I was like, well, I'll film some more. And then it was just such an emotional roller coaster through this whole thing, and which is just crazy because it was about stuff, but stuff just gets you worked up apparently. And so this series will be kind of me speaking in present day, which today I told you it is August 5th, 2017. And as I'm editing these, just reflecting on that and kind of telling you my thoughts about this now, because oh my gosh, hindsight is 2020, and I'm forever trying to grow and learn from things. So I hope y'all enjoyed this first episode, and there should be, I don't know the exact number yet, but there should be around 15 total in this. So I hope y'all enjoyed it, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.